Okay, well, I don't see anyone has shown up just yet, so let's just continue talking about what we were talking about. So, I mean, I have occasionally found things that can just use in my life. Um, you know, whether, the kitchen or whatever, storage things is sometimes a good thing as well. But yeah, no limits.
That's awesome.
Hello, hello, and welcome to the first ever. Oh, hi, Carol. Welcome, and Libby. Welcome to the first ever live craft and heart to heart craft and chat. So, we will just, maybe wait a minute or two for a few more people to show up. And then, I'll give oh, Susie is here and she's so excited. um what, Carol, I would have preferred that. Oh, well, too late now, kiddo. You were on camera, so too late now. And look, you survived. So, maybe the first thing I'll do is just set out right off the bat how you prefer uh, to be addressed. So I know from sending you mail through your postcard thing that your real name is Clarissa and your channel title says Cara Mia, and sometimes I call you Cara. So which of all those things do you prefer? And are
Yes,
you in the witness protection plan?
I might. No, I'm kidding. So hi guys. Thank you again, Hazel, for inviting me. This is such an honor. I'm a big fan of your Heart to Heart video series. Amazing interviews. So in terms of addressing me, I prefer Cara. Clarissa Mia is my first name. Cara Mia is my nickname.
Yay. So we can go with Cara. That's short and sweet. I've been eyeing that sort of seafoam green little box there with your name on it. Do you want to tell us what that is?
It's a jewelry box. I
And how
got
did you get?
it. I got it from Temu, and they
Oh,
had an option to write your name on it. You have a font
oh,
to
okay.
choose from, and that's what it is.
Oh, cool. So, I don't know what you're seeing at your end, but every so often my screen goes black. Oh, and then yours just did. So I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully we will have. Oh, Bianca's here. Hi, Bianca. Hopefully we will have a trouble-free morning with technology. This morning when I got up, it was overcast. Like I live in Alberta. It was overcast, and next thing you know, it started snowing. So you're in Northern California. I don't suppose we should take any time comparing snowfall amounts, right?
Yes, the cherry blossoms are actually blooming here, so I hope that we can send off some spring weather your way.
So what is the temperature?
Temperature right now, I think it's the mid 60s at the moment. I'm not looking. I haven't
Uh,
checked the weather. It's a little nippy
yeah.
this morning, but nothing close to your chilly weather.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. Um, my daughter travels all over the place. Yesterday, she went to Costa Rica with her friend, texted, as of course, to say that they arrived safely. And the temperature was 36 degrees Celsius. So I did the conversion this morning. That's 97 degrees
Wow.
Fahrenheit. So, and I imagine it's very humid. So that's not going to be much fun there. Anyway, so we are um this option for doing a heart to heart craft and chat came out of the idea that some people's schedules are a problem. So Kara and I have been trying to schedule this for, well, probably 8 or 10 months. And she also happens to be camera shy. So this is what we're going to be doing to accommodate people like Kara. So maybe uh, talking, asking questions, answering questions, and keeping one's hands busy is going to be a little bit like, walking and chewing gum. So I don't imagine that there will be a great deal accomplished in that regard. I'll tell you that I have a number of journals that I have to get done, want to, because of my two upcoming trips in May. So middle of May, New Brunswick, which is the Maritimes in Canada. I'll be seeing a number of people. I don't want to go empty-handed. And then, of course, end of May is with, Carol and Jonna and Angela. And of course, we're meeting Christina as well. So I don't want to go empty-handed. So I'm going to be poring over signature papers. Now, Kara, I'm going to make you big and you tell us what you intend to do, okay?
Sure. And
Whoops, other way around. Okay, do you want to talk about the bit of all the decorative items that you have set up there?
oh yes, sure. First off, I wanted to show you we did celebrate Masterboard Madness. It was a collaboration hosted by our dear Hazel. So I have a little masterboard piece here. Now this guy, I had put on. This is the cut up from a really large piece. I think it was a 12 by 12. And since we're celebrating spring, I thought I'd bring it to the table. And then on the flip
Cool.
side, we have some fabric. So it's going to be a journal topper for a future journal. And then a few things here. Recently, I did an ACO versus ATC cards. So this,
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know where the camera is. Oh, why am I off camera?
Because
Because, oh, there it is. There
we
it is.
can't,
Okay. The
yeah,
orientation's a little off. Yeah,
we can't tell left from right.
I know.
Every time my
So
hair is sticking up, I go to the wrong side.
yeah, so this is one, and I just wanted to say, give a shout out to my kids, Emmy and Lil. This ATC card was made by Emma, who for many years has joined me for a lot of unboxings here on my channel and some crafting for the holidays. So that's M's. And you guys might have seen this on my little, we forget what it's called, on the Fin homepage. And it's an illustration that Lil had made. Excuse the dog. Hazel, back to you.
I don't hear any barking. Hello?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm back. I just had to set him straight. But
Oh,
we're expecting a delivery, so I
yeah,
apologize. But today
yeah.
I just
No,
wanted to
that's fine.
share I'm revisiting a project I'd made for many years and done with swaps. It kind of relates with ATCs. I'm making a paper zine, and these are really fun to make. It's a scrap buster that I think you guys will enjoy. It's basically a small little pamphlet or booklet. And I thought I would do a collage and then just kind of work with this piece of paper. So I've done some folds and I'm going to show you how it comes together as we go.
Okay, sounds cool. I don't know that you really covered all the stuff on your table. You told me before we
Oh,
went live that you pulled out all the hearts you had just in honor of Heart to Heart.
I tried. I tried. We got blue hearts here. We got sticky notes. Oh, sorry, sticky notes.
Yeah, cool.
There you go. There you go. Yep.
You do love decorating, don't you?
I do. And mostly
Uh,
the decor is thrifted items. I love thrifting.
yeah. Let's just see who else is here. So Joanne is here and Joanne is here. Okay, good. I will share the screen again. So, Okay, this is going to be the tricky part where I try to look at my notes and ask you a question. And so so we've established you live in Northern California, but I know that you have a Canadian connection because it's come up in conversation. So do you want to just tell us what you know about Canada and how and why you visit here occasionally?
Yes, my mother lives there. And so every summer when we're able to, or during the holidays, we try to visit her. It used to be the opposite way. She would come in April because her birthday is April 10th, and it's usually spring break, so she comes by and visits. But now that she's a little bit older, it's much easier for us to travel and see her. So I also have a younger sister that lives, and most of my mom's siblings live in Montreal.
I've been to Montreal. And do you speak French, or do these relatives speak French?
They do, yes. I don't.
Okay.
I do not.
But if you have translators with you, then that works out okay.
Yeah, I mean the most French I can say is "Comment ça va?" Très bien. That's it, merci. That's about it.
Yeah, well, and I think that there's an attempt by people in the hospitality industry and tourism to be a little bit bilingual, at least. We don't
Yes,
want to
they
scare
are. They
anyone.
are.
Yeah. Um, okay, so we I established before we went live that you do have a full-time job. And, of course, that was a bit of the issue with the scheduling. So I'm always curious how a person who has time or who is away from home all that time, like every day for hours at a time, is able to even get anything done in a craft room. Like, how do you do it? Are you a
I
genius at
don't.
time management?
I don't, Hazel. It's organized chaos, and that's
Like,
how it will be. This is why I don't have a studio tour at the moment, but I will bring that up to speed very soon. Thanks to some inspiration from some of our fellow crafters that have shown their spaces, like Pam Vanny. I think Angela had done hers. I'm trying to organize it to make it more efficient.
yeah.
And yeah,
Well, and you told me before we went live that you're using a guest room.
yes,
So, that's fine and dandy for you to spread out until you actually have guests coming, and then you have to do something about it. So, that's a bit of a mad scramble, hey?
it is. Because then you're like, we have guests, throw it in the closet. Yes.
Yeah, or under the bed.
Under the bed, whatever. Get a
Yeah.
shoebox, put it in there. Yes.
Oh my goodness, if your clutter can fit in a shoebox, then you have nothing to complain about, woman.
Not
Nothing
quite, but yes,
whatsoever.
I try.
Um, so I see somebody here that I'm unfamiliar with. Is it Mandalay? Mandalay Cards?
Yes.
And is this someone you know?
Hi. Yes, yes, yes. She's done wonderful collaboration. She's an amazing crafter. I think I've met her before and we follow each other. So welcome. Hi, ladies.
So Lee is her name?
No, Natalie.
Oh.
Actually, she has to comment and let us know. I just know her by her YouTube name.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I always think when people's channel names don't include their names, it's almost like an IQ test to figure out. She says she's blushing. Okay, but tell us your name so we don't have to keep calling you by your channel name. Oh, Dahlia. Am I saying that right? Dahlia is her name.
that's
Dalia.
oh, beautiful.
Beautiful is right.
Yes.
Well, welcome. This is something new for us, and I'm glad you're here. Um, okay, so I you mentioned collabs, and I was thinking, I kind of like to bestow titles on people if I can. Do you think that you qualify as the queen of collaborations? Like, is that a good descriptor?
Mm, I don't know. I like to join collabs. I have hosted a few that I really had fun with so many of you guys. No, I'm not a queen of collabs. I think there are some creators that are, wow, really consistent. I'm not quite on the consistent side. So no.
But the collabs that you host are they're they're big deals. They're like you did
Oh,
that paper bag journal thing.
oh, that was
You had
fun. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, you had invited me to be part of it, but I think it was September, wasn't it?
I do not recall. It's been, see,
Well, I
but
watched your flip
yes.
through in my
Okay.
research, and I think that if I'm not mistaken, it was September, October, and of course, that's when I'm in a combine, so I couldn't do it. I have to say though that you are one of the most eclectic you make some of the most eclectic journals I've seen. Like, my goodness, how do you come up with some of those interactive things? Like,
Uh, I've always been a fan of paper engineering, like pop-up books. When I first
oh,
started my channel, uh, card making was the thing. So I had joined initially the community making cards, but I didn't quite like I like making pop-up cards, something more interactive. So I think that's part of the inspiration is from books and that kind of media. Yes. I'll just
so,
start.
well, two questions. Number one, how old is your channel?
I started in 2016.
Oh, so you were one of the early girls.
Yes, yes.
2016. And you've had a channel name change.
I did, yes. So
You used to. Oh, yeah. Okay. Go.
the previous channel name was Cara Mia's Corner because quite literally all I had in our small home at that time was a little bin filled with my journals, a little notebook, a pencil case, some scrapbooking stuff. And then we moved, and then I discovered this community of crafters that shared my joy for paper crafting. And then I discovered Tuesday Morning. Comment and to let me know if you are familiar with Tuesday Morning. It is a home goods store that sells craft supplies at a discounted price. And so I used to do hauls showing what I would find, and it was amazing.
So, but hasn't Tuesday Morning closed?
It has. It closed during the pandemic, sadly enough, but probably a good thing because otherwise I wouldn't have space for all the supplies that I hoard. Yes.
Um, okay, so, well, I like that first channel name because I love alliteration. So what made you think about changing it? I guess the first name wasn't particularly descriptive. Like you could have been doing anything in the corner, right?
Yes, yes, I could. Yeah. Caramia's court is like, come over to my side of this world and let me show you what I'm up to. And it was a way to engage with a community that I really fell in love with because my friends and family didn't quite understand my my obsession for paper crafting and journaling. And so the channel really started on a whim. My youngest daughter was fascinated by toy unboxing videos on YouTube, and she had requested if I could make a little unboxing video of toys. So it started that way. And then I had an idea of doing some DIY projects and then discovered that there was a community of scrapbookers that made what they call memory keepers. And I especially like the shabby chic aesthetic. So that was amazing to discover. And then there was snail mail. I don't know, Hazel, if you're familiar with snail mail revolution, which
No.
involved which involved pen pals. And it's something I've been wanting to do since I was a teenager. So here it was, it presented itself. And I had made friends all over the world. We would write letters and send mail. It started off that way and then evolved into creative swaps, which were much bigger projects. Um, and we would make memory keepers and other projects and then do an exchange of craft supplies. So that was really fun. But the pandemic hit and postage, as you know, rose up. So that affected a lot of things. And so
Yeah.
I discontinued, but I kept a few of them where we would send each other one or two packages each year.
Um, your girls are in the chat.
They are?
Yes.
Hi,
Hello from
babes.
Lil and
Oh my
Emmy, it
gosh.
says.
Oh my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness.
Your
So there.
mama is so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you. Look, Lil.
Yes, and we were admiring that.
Where's Emmy's card? Oh my gosh. So they are in Half Moon Bay as we speak, having fun for spring break for a little bit.
Oh, um, so just for the people in the chat, I asked because that face, that girl's face, is part, it was on the desk and it's part of your channel, whatever that photo at the top of
Banner,
our channels.
banner,
Banner, yeah.
banner. There you go.
Because that was, I said, is that a likeness of you? And she said, no, and then showed me a picture of herself. So let me just assure you that we have a very young looking, very attractive young woman who is refusing to show her face. So go figure. But yeah, that's obviously a talented artist that you have there. Well, two
Oh, thank
artists.
you.
Now, so I just lost track. Oh, I know. You were talking about the pen pals, and I thought that that was rather interesting. Is that part of why you did the postcard thing? Because like you referenced these friends around the world, you referenced your love for postage stamps. So is that when that love for snail mail and stamps was born?
No, not actually not. The postcard piece was born because of my travels. So I would do
Oh, yeah.
journaling entries when I would buy a postcard from wherever we were, and then write down my thoughts and my impressions of the place. And then I guess you could say it is part of that because I want to engage and connect with my subscribers and people. So I thought it was a great way to get to know them.
Uh, so it is pretty clear from watching your channel that you do love to travel and you've done some big trips in your life. Like, I would say going to Japan is a big trip. You told me it was an 11-hour flight, so that's not for the faint of heart. So, what is your fascination with Japan and or Asia in general?
Uh, I love Japan mainly because of the art and the food. They have such great, they take great honor and they're so they have so much integrity. I was telling Hazel earlier while we were chatting, we were walking on one of the main streets in Japan, and I had taken something out of my pocket and dropped a few dollars on the ground. I mean, if you were in San Francisco, that would be gone, never returned to you. But these two schoolgirls, Japanese schoolgirls, had tapped me gently on my shoulder and had brought it to my attention and said that I had dropped it. And I thought that was so sweet. So, yes, I love food. I love culture and learning more about people's life and lifestyles, and also seeing the sights. So, Japan is one of my favorite destinations.
Have you been there more than once?
Nope, just once. I would love to go back, but we'll have to save some money.
Yeah, yeah, and it's interesting with this war that's going on. Another way that it's hitting all of us in the pocketbook is the fuel surcharge that airlines are adding. So if we thought travel was expensive before, it is going to only get worse um, because of those prices. So I'm glad I locked down some airfares before that trickled down to the customer.
Oh, yeah.
Um, so um, you also hinted at a dream destination. Um, I don't know. Should I tell you the place that popped into my mind before you reveal what that destination is?
Yeah. Yes, I'd love to hear that.
I thought maybe the flea markets in France.
That's it.
Is
My
it?
dream, it is. Yeah, my dream destination is Nice, France. Because, like you said, they have flea markets that have paper ephemera and, oh my God, so many different decor that you can dream of. I'd love to see it and find a few pieces, jewelry, home goods. That would be so awesome.
Um, at one point when before we did the addition to our house and kept looking I had subscriptions to home decor magazines and was buying those things, envisioning what we should do and how we would need to furnish it and so on. One of the places I always thought I would like to go is Morocco. Again, because of the tactile, the textiles, those lamps and all of that. And of course that's I think kind of a perennial design theme as well. I don't suppose you've ever been there, have you?
I have not, yes. But I have a few pieces that I thrifted that were from Morocco. They have these beautiful lantern
Yes,
lamps that are, oh my gosh, it just,
I
the
know.
pieces are so well made and it's gorgeous.
And maybe that's why we should all be grateful for places like Winners and Home Sense because they shop the
Mhm.
world for us.
Yes.
Okay, let me see what's going on in the chat. Oh, Joanne says that she taught English in Japan years ago and she's been back a few times.
Oh,
Lucky
how
girl.
awesome. Wow.
I remember years ago, my daughter was en route to Australia and there was a layover in Japan. And so I don't know if she ever left the airport, if it was long enough to leave the airport or not, but she was just kind of horrified by the prices. Is it a very expensive place to travel to? I'm wondering.
When we went, the dollar was good, so we were surprised. Like if you were in San Francisco and you had a meal in a Japanese restaurant, let's just say it would cost per person about $40, including a drink. And in Japan, we were surprised to see the sets, which are the beautiful presentation of the food for, oh my gosh, $20. And it was
Oh,
amazing. Yeah. I think I shared it on a short in my channel video.
oh. Um, Dahlia says that she says, wow, I would definitely have to add it to her bucket list.
Oh,
Nice is a beautiful place too. Joanne says, I seem to have a lot in common with Cara.
aw. Hi, Joanne. We have to meet up. So that's my other dream is to hopefully meet a lot of your crafty friends. And I'm bummed that I can't go to your retreat, Hazel. It's just
Oh,
money and scheduling again. It's like, so
yeah, I
maybe
think
one day.
well, yes, and I think the intention would be to change the location. You know, again, if something have decent, some venue that was affordable, because some of the venue sites are just so expensive that, tens of thousands of dollars. So that's kind of crazy. Um, okay, Joanna's saying not too expensive these days because of the yen and dollar rate. I don't see Teresa here today, which is kind of surprising. Hopefully she'll show up, because don't forget that today is the day that I'm going to figure out who won the giveaway for Masterboard Madness. But maybe I can enlist one of the other ladies to help when the time comes. Um, we have a bit of a plan as to how to do that. Okay, let me see. Now, okay, I was telling Cara before we went live that when I look at somebody's channel, I look at playlists, and honestly, if I could just, and there's no criticism implied, because I think I do this the same. I'm guilty of this as well. You have about 1 million playlists, you know. Are you
Yes, I
are
do. I need to clean that up. I need to kind of narrow it down and have
yeah.
probably five. And it's kind of tedious and it takes a lot of work because you have to revisit all the videos. And I should have started it when I did in 2016, but I didn't quite do it.
Well, and who knew? And I'm sure that you're not creating the same content you did way back then either.
Exactly, yes.
Um, anyway, I saw a thumbnail that was a box full of jewelry. So this is something that I'm interested in. And I was surprised, and this video is 4 years old. So I was surprised. Again, I'm in Canada, so I've never heard of this here. But you were saying in the video that Goodwill would put together these sort of mystery boxes of jewelry, broken and intact jewelry. And were they sold? Did you have to bid on them, or was it sold by weight, or how did you, like, I know you struggled to even get your hands on one for the longest time. So how did
Yes.
that work?
So they would have a few boxes that they would release at a certain time. It was usually, I think, a Friday. And then it's like first come, first buy type thing. There were also some higher end jewelry that they would put up for bid, but the one I got was really just costume jewelry. And I wanted to look through them to harvest some pieces for my journals and then use the ones that were still good.
Yeah. So you had to be there in person, just, uh, right time, right place in order to even snag one of those boxes.
No, this one was online, Hazel, so you could
Oh,
get a box, but you'd have to really stalk the website because once they went up, it would be gone in like minutes. Yeah.
uh, huh. Okay. So you were lucky. And, I just loved, again, it's that vicarious thrill that I think we get watching people's haul videos, or in this case, well, I guess you could call it a haul, even though it wasn't, your typical, where you purchase the items one by one with your own little two hands. So I loved looking at each of those things and thinking, well, okay, yes, all the charms that are possible there, all the dangles that are there. You just need a little pair of pliers and you've got dangles galore.
Yes. Another crafter that was really good at harvesting, I just wanted to bring it up, is Dale from Not Too Shabby Chic. I really love her grungy work, and she
Oh,
would
yeah.
take apart fabric and jewelry. On the other hand, if I don't know if you've seen my story journals, that was one of my favorite projects. I love mixing fabric, textile, and jewelry, and then creating these pages. And then, in addition, having a story accompany the journal, I thought it was so fun. And it was really awesome to hear back from the buyers, like the people that bought them and just enjoyed reading the story and then writing in these journals.
I didn't watch any of those, but now it makes me think I have to go back and check that out. So, yeah, I started watching people doing jewelry hauls, and of course the whole concept of journal jewelry and all of that came up, and I thought to myself, well, I mean, I obviously have jewelry. I told you beforehand I can't wear costume jewelry. It either has to be, stainless steel, because I figure if they can
Right.
implant that in our bodies and whatever, you know, uh, artificial, like in, repairs. I don't have any implanted in my body. Let's just say that. But, it's sort of a hypoallergenic thing if they can do that and not trigger a rejection response. So it's either that or gold. So, I mean, it's kind of easy for me to avoid buying costume jewelry until, of course, I started in this whole junk journal thing. And then I'm thinking, oh, I must have that and that and that. And I kind of went a little bit crazy buying it. And, it's like so much else that we thrift. We can't possibly use that up in a lifetime. Um, So, again, got to put the reins on some of this. Now, you said that you love thrifting, but yet with a relatively small space for your endeavors there,
Mhm.
how are you handling the whole issue of managing what you buy?
Purging,
Oh,
a purging whenever you can. In mine, it's a yearly, ongoing, monthly habit that I've kind of put into place about 2 years ago. And it's really helped clear up some space and kind of maintain space where I really have to will myself not to bring any more. And it's a work in progress. I'm not gonna lie, it's still a lot to go through. Um, but I will say I love thrifting. I guess you can call me a sentimental curator who likes to look through the shelves of thrift shops and look for things that have been forgotten in time. And I just love giving them life and bringing them into spaces, especially my space. I'm a maximalist. I love seeing things displayed where I can admire them.
okay, let me just stay caught up here with what's going on in the chat. So Vicky is here. Hi, Vicky from Retro Queen Bee Art. Uh, so do we know who Hello Midterms Goodbye Traders is?
No.
Um,
But hello, she loves thrifting, it looks like.
yeah. So Susie has a question. When you finish that zine, do you cut it anywhere? And I know the answer to that. There are different ways of cutting them. Oh, you've already
So
cut it.
here it
Okay.
is. So I wanted to show you, you do so half fold, lengthwise fold, fold it in, right? And then halfway you fold this way and cut through here. And then when I'm done, I'll show you how it all looks folded as a booklet or a pamphlet.
Okay, Kara, but you know that you can cut them different ways, right?
You can, this is my preferred way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that once I saw a video, and I don't know who that is. Um, um, oh, so hello midterms, goodbye traders is Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Um, the so the person whose video I was watching created a number of zines using watercolor paper. So you know how hard that is to fold. And you can imagine, getting some of those things to bend the way they're supposed to.
Oh yeah, that's hard.
Um, Hi, Angela. Anyway, so she in that video demonstrated, I think, 3 different ways to cut them. So it definitely works better with some of those heavier papers to cut them in other directions. But yeah, you're just on sort of printer paper weight, right?
It is, yes.
Yeah, very good. Um, okay, let me check my notes here. Another thing that I picked up from your videos is that you love nature and you love birds. So, how does a city girl, have you always lived in the city? And is that perhaps why you have that special fondness uh, for nature?
No, I have not. I grew up in actually a mountain town in the Philippines. Um, and it was surrounded by pine trees and nature, a lot of farms for strawberries and vegetables. And so I love that sense of serenity. So when I see birds, it reminds me of where I grew up. And I love nature. I love the city, but I think I am a country girl by heart.
Well, I didn't know that you were born in the Philippines.
Yes.
So well, like, what age were you when you came to North America?
I was 19.
Oh, so how hard a transition was that?
Well, my dad was good at saying that this would be a vacation. If we liked it, we would stay, and if we didn't, we'd have to go back. We never left. But it was hard to leave family and friends that we had built relationships with. I haven't, the last time I went back was with my mother in last year, Thanksgiving. So that was amazing.
Well, I'm sure that that would have been. There are a lot of now, okay, you're going to correct me if I'm wrong here. Um, for females, do you say Filipina?
Correct, yes.
And are what do you call males?
Seems-
Filipino?
Wow. There's my male dog. 1 second, Liz. 1 second.
Okay,
You
she
just
born?
change the
Oh,
A to an O. That's it. Filipino.
okay. So I happen to, there are a lot of Filipina people in Canada and in this area.
Hmm.
And I've had the pleasure of meeting and knowing some of them. I've married some in my role as a marriage commissioner.
Wow.
And it's kind of interesting because if their family is still back in the old country, I say old country, we've had where they've sort of streamed it live on, through a laptop or whatever, so the family could feel like it's part of the event. And sometimes the couple will invite me to stay for the meal. And, quite often my answer, is no, because I feel like, I came, I provided a service, I don't know anybody here, I'll just go. But if it's in a home setting, which some of these have been, I have stayed and had a chance to try some of that authentic food, and I have to say it's pretty darn good.
That's awesome.
Do you sort of do traditional cooking?
I do, yes. I cook traditional food, Filipino food. Chicken adobo, I don't know if you're familiar. It's like a braised meat.
Yes.
We have our version of chow mein, but it's called pancit, which is noodles. I'm not quite good at that, but I have my go-to dishes, and they're usually stew or soup.
And isn't there, don't you guys use a lot of quail eggs too?
In some dishes, yes. Fish is a big staple. I think pork is one of the main
Meats?
meats. Yeah. And beef.
Yeah, cool. So okay, when did you say you were last back there?
Last year, November during Thanksgiving.
So, temperature wise, for people who don't want to be, overly, who maybe can't tolerate extreme heat and humidity, what is the ideal time to visit? The ideal
The
season?
ideal time, yeah, the best time to visit is in January, where the
Oh,
weather is cooler. So it's in between, right before it turns into summer. Summer starts in March, and so that would be the warmest, March through April.
so what could a person expect the temperature to be in January?
January, I would say you could bring sweaters, that kind of weather. Let's see.
Well, that's
But
a time when
otherwise, yeah, it's really warm.
Canadians want to escape the winter, so that makes sense.
Yes.
Oh dear. So do you have a holiday fund started for the trip to the French flea markets?
I'm hoping to go. I don't know. I think April or spring would be a good time to go. They say it's the best time, so it's not cold. And then people will have their wares laid out. At least this is what I've seen on YouTube, thanks to those vloggers that show what
Yeah.
the spaces look like. So
And I mean, is this one of those dreams, or is there's an action plan in place to actually make it happen?
there is an action plan in place. I have a little piggy bank that's named Niece, and so hopefully that
Oh,
gets filled in a year or two. And Hazel, if you want to go, let's do it. And whoever else
um,
wants to join, by the way, that would be so
yeah.
much fun. Yeah.
Well, and yeah, I don't know that your two lines of French would really get us very far, but
Well, that's in the works as well.
but that's two lines more than I've got, so that's good. I just think it would be like honestly, is there not a real romanticism attached to that
Hmm.
whole idea of going there?
I think that one stuck with, I feel a lot of people romanticize Paris as one of the most romantic cities. It's beautiful, but I will say, having gone to Monet's garden in Giverny, that that's romantic. That is amazing. And for nature lovers alike, you see artists and just people sitting around the pond in his garden painting and journaling. It's such an amazing experience.
You really have been around the world.
Well, kind of. Not
You
a
know,
lot,
I
not like my cousin.
excuse me. I I remember seeing someone, I don't know if it was on a excuse me, on a home decor show or what, but where even I think my son has it. He got this map of the world,
Mhm.
not big and kind of colorful like we had in school, in classrooms, but this was a very classy looking thing. And so he was putting those tiny little map pins on every country that he had been to.
Mhm.
And I think something like for someone like you who is well traveled, I think that would just be such a nice visual to have to show. Oh yes, I have pins all over Southeast Asia. I have pins in Europe.
Right. Have
Do
those
you?
in forms of postcards instead of pins, so I use the
Oh, okay.
postcards as a reference. Yeah.
Do you so in the case of this big dream, do
Hmm.
you like do you believe in vision boards?
I do, yes. That's a fun. I love collaging. It's one of my favorite things to do. And creating a vision board in that format is actually awesome, and it works because when you see it, it kind of drives you to get things done and inspire you. So I like vision boards.
Well, and I think from a personal development, self-actualization standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
success literature, blah 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 blah. There's also the belief that if you let the universe know what it is that you want, now universe, I guess, that can be something esoteric, that can be the good Lord, that the universe conspires to help make it happen. So there is a lot of value in doing that.
Oh, yes, yes.
Um, Now one of okay, I have a couple of things here that I want to talk about. In the your day on Masterboard Madness, you did something that I've never seen before, and the term you used was flat lay photography. So would
Mm-hmm.
you, for those of us who are clueless, would you kindly explain that whole concept?
Right. So flat lay photography has been around since the 80s. And the concept is basically lining up different objects in a really neat form and then taking a photograph of it. But it came to be more popular in the early 2000s, I think. 2010, when Instagram happened, a lot was made for marketing when they show beauty products, food, and lifestyle. I like photography, and so I thought I've never seen anyone do a master board, kind of doing a mixed media play by putting actual objects on top of something that you've made in the background. So
Yeah.
that's how where it came from, and I thought that would be really fun to share.
So if a person Googled flat lay photography, it would
Hmm.
provide search results and a person could see all sorts of um, examples that aren't
Yes, I think
necessarily
so.
related to crafting, but just to
Hmm.
the whole.
Yeah,
That
realm
is,
of yeah, social media and marketing. Yeah.
and is it, you said, the 80s and then you said 2000, what, 10?
Uh,
Is
I
it
think
still hot?
2000s.
Oh, 2000.
Yes, very much. I think yeah, I see a lot of people, show things that, for example, they're eating or they're at a coffee shop, so they'll
Oh,
take a photograph of something overhead to make
yeah.
objects look flat, basically. That's why it's called flat lay. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay, no one ever tells me anything. So thanks, Kara.
You're welcome. Happy to help.
When I see people taking pictures of their food, I mean, I've done it, but honestly, isn't that also kind of one of the reasons that social media is mocked? Like, who cares? Get a life.
No, but that's how I find the destinations where I can go to and try food. So I would say, no, that's cool.
Well, and it also, excuse me, maybe relates to you being a
Hmm.
youngin'. It's probably more popular in your age group, right?
Um, Probably my kids' age group. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't know. Oh my God, I was just aging myself.
Well, but yeah, it's funny. We can get away with convincing ourselves and others about our age but it's those pesky children that sort of blow our cover, you know,
Yes.
when they're adults and maybe married and having their own kids, it's pretty hard to convince oneself that they're a lot younger than they really are. Oh dear. So, the other thing, one of the videos that I watched again, I like the fact that you explained things. You don't like you provide actual hard facts and you know where you either know this stuff inherently and you can just confidently speak about it, or you research it beforehand in your editing process, make a few notes that appear on the screen. So the video again that I'd never heard of this, was the one called well, I don't know how to say it, but is it ACO versus artist trading
Oh,
cards,
yes. Yes.
ATCs?
Exactly. Yeah, that was, yeah, I recently made a discovery. I was again trying to look back. I was organizing my playlists for ATCs. And then that came up, and I said, what are ACEOs? And so that bit was definitely researched because I was curious and I wanted to share it with our community because
Yeah,
we have a handful of really talented artists that I thought would be interested in finding another income stream and making their art accessible to art lovers who probably can't afford to buy a piece of art that's over, for example, $500, but still have a
yeah,
little. And I love miniatures, and that was
yeah.
the attraction to it. Yeah.
So you actually found, oh, and I love that book. We'll talk about that in a second. But you actually found people on Etsy who are selling these things. Like
Yes.
if you search, I think, well, just as an aside, I think Etsy has the worst search engine known to man. But anyway, um, if a person searched that, you could actually find examples on in within Etsy.
You would, yes. So if you type ACEO or type exactly what the acronym stands for, you will
Which
find
was
art
uh card.
edition, oh my God, ACEO, art card editions and originals.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly I had never heard of that. So thanks for that bit of information. So what
You're welcome.
if you found an Etsy shop that sells that, what would be like the average price, or what would be a typical price off an ACEO?
The lowest would be $5 and it can go up to 75 depending on the art form.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah,
And obviously the probably the name or
exactly.
caliber of the artist.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now, I didn't like, do you have an Etsy shop? I didn't look down that.
I
Uh,
do,
that
I do. It's called Paper Confessions, and that's where I haven't listed any journals as of late because I've been really busy. So that's my Etsy name, Paper Confession Shop.
yeah. I'm really very grateful when people pick one name and use it across all the platforms. Then there's no, it's less onerous to try to remember or guess what someone's store or Instagram or Facebook or anything like that might actually, um, what their handle might be. So
Right.
I appreciate that. So, what other social media do you do?
I have Instagram that carries the name Cara Mia's Corner, and then I have
Okay.
YouTube and Etsy. That's it.
And do you like I have Instagram too, but you never know it by how often I post. Do you actually post?
I do, but they're more like lifestyle. Like if I, it's the one you were talking about, food.
Okay.
So I'll post the food or like a little a slice of life showing you where I've been or where I've traveled. So that sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah. So do you find that the subscribers, the viewers, or the views, and all of that is more um, predictable, or I'm not even sure what word I want to use, when you have a single focus to your, um, your posts? Do you know what I'm trying to
Uh,
ask?
so you're talking, what are you talking about? Algorithm or engagement response or
Well,
something?
yes, both of those things. So if you had an Instagram where you post for, in a given week or a month, you've
Mm-hmm.
got posts about paper crafting, about food, about destinations.
Mm-hmm.
Does that bring more viewers or fewer because the focus is split?
Yeah, in my case, less viewers because it is split. It's not very focused. I really go with what I feel I personally enjoy. I don't go so much with, I guess, with what people want to see because it
Yeah.
is my personal account, and in a way, it's self-expression. So I want to share what I feel calls to
Oh,
me,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I think there are a number of us who just do our thing, throw it out there, and aren't letting algorithms, um, you know, kind of guide our decisions, which could be the biggest mistake ever, to be honest. But
Yeah, I
you
joined
have,
this. No, I was just gonna say real quick, Hazel. I joined this community not so much for the views. It was really to engage and find a community that, like I said, shared the same interests. And so I was so happy and blessed to have found it. And I welcome new people. There's so many new creators.
yeah. Um, Hi, Cynthia McMillan is here. Hello, hello. And Susie wants to know, Cara, when you came here when you were 19, did you speak English? Did your English is so good?
Oh, thank you. Yes, we learn English in the Philippines starting grade school. So it's
Okay.
definitely been part of our curriculum in academics. So yes,
That is very sort of wise and forward thinking of the school system there. Like it would make transitioning to another country so much easier.
it does. Yes. And the Americans were actually there after, I believe, the Japanese War. So they had then introduced this in the school system. So that's part of the influence there.
Okay. Because I sometimes think to myself, when we need to, and maybe get impatient with our fellow human beings, we sometimes need to remind ourselves or put ourselves in the situation and think, okay, if I went to another country where I couldn't speak the language, didn't know how to get around, couldn't read and write, didn't know the currency, didn't have a job, how well would I fare? And
Right.
I think that makes us humble pretty darn quickly. And I think the same is true whether our grandparents immigrated here in the 1890s or whether somebody came, in 2023. The immigrant experience is not at all easy.
No, it's not. Yes, you're right.
So, when you came to the States, were there other Filipino families that you could rely on for support, integration, helping ease the
The
transition?
transition. Yes. Luckily enough, the Bay Area, which refers to, you know, Northern California, was well populated with Asian and Filipinos. So we did have a community. I had my mother's sisters here that welcomed us and helped us kind of get into assimilation. And then we made friends also from different communities. So that definitely eased in the transition.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Like when I think about, obviously a different era altogether, but when Eastern Europeans were coming to North America and coming to a virgin land that, was covered in trees with no structures of any kind, people did tend to settle in block settlements so that, again, they could help each other. And if they were going to build schools or churches, they were kind of all of the same, belief system and language and all of that. So makes sense. Oh, Gigi is here.
Hi, Gigi.
Sandy Peppers is here.
Hi.
She says, as a viewer, I love the diversity of the many creators, enjoy the creativity in the many mediums. Yeah, there's certainly and tell me how you feel about it. Um, like, do you find that you're doing more mixed media lately than maybe you were when you started your channel?
Yes, I'd say the last, when was it? After the pandemic, I think, yeah, that's when it started. I love Roxy's Creations channel and
Oh, yes.
Barbara's channel, 49 Dragonflies, were
Yes.
definitely the ladies that inspired me. They're the ones that really got me into the junk journaling world. I realized that I've always loved journaling and collaging, and so I stuck with it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, that's good that you name drop those people because that is one of the questions that I try to get to eventually with guests. If people have mentors or people who influence them or people who, really gave them a leg up or just even an inspiration. It's good to know who those people are. I think quite often it's driven by algorithms, the popularity of the channels, and how many viewers they are, because of course they tend to show up more in our feeds because of that.
Right.
So when I
Hazel,
oh
real
what
quick, I don't know if you remember the ACO video I had shown. I had shared one of the journal artists by Mimi with Love's little notebook. I mean, she is an amazing artist. I really admire her. So she's also one of the people that I really admire.
Okay, say that name again.
By Mimi with Love.
By Mimi with Love. Making a note. Well, it's true. In the beginning, when we know nothing, we want to expose ourselves to as much variety and personalities and aesthetics as possible. And then after a while, we begin to, drop or not so much drop, but spend more time watching the people whose aesthetic matches our own,
Right.
or maybe teaching style, works with us.
Oh,
So,
speaking, real quick, you've heard of artist trading coins, have you? Or
coins? I
yeah,
think you mentioned that in the video, but no,
yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't.
Yeah, so I'm hoping, I'm a fan of hers, and I hope you can interview her. She hasn't posted any YouTube videos as of late. Her name is Joanne, and she's from a channel called Crafty Hodges. So she literally coined the artist trading coins, and it's amazing mixed media. She's also done quirky figures, so I really love her work.
Did you say Crafty Hodges?
Yes.
Okay, I've made a note. And that's how, obviously, how future guests get um, you know, how a person finds out about them and how I can reach out to them. So, from your perspective, what is the deal with you and Bianca? Like she's had to leave, and she said she would catch the rest on replay. So, how
Bye,
did you guys?
Bianca. Hugs.
How did you guys, sort of hit it off so well?
She had joined had another giveaway where I had challenged my subscribers to send in, I love miniatures, so it was mini Happy Mail. And she had made me a miniature journal, which was amazing. You have to look back in my playlist. But we connected through that. It started there. She had told me that she found me first on Etsy, and then it just kind of evolved. She's like my sister, lost sister somewhere. And so I call her my little crafty sister. I love her. She's really awesome and really bubbly, and
Yeah,
I just love her spirit. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and that's true. We when we get involved with people either in small groups or one-on-one, we very soon find out who we resonate with. Trudy is here. Trudy, I
Hi,
have
Drew.
not forgotten that you gave me the templates for the shapes that you used on your masterboard madness video. So one of these days, very soon, I'll be sending an email to all the participants with that file attached. Um, maybe by this almost counts up there or qualifies as my dog ate my homework kind of a story, but I did maybe a month or more ago register for a very intensive online course. Um,
Wow.
and and I'm telling you, it has taken over my life. And it's very demanding. Like yesterday, I think I was at my computer for about 8 hours and honestly did not have a great deal to show for it, because part of the big component is getting proficient in Adobe Illustrator. So if
Oh,
anyone has done that, you know that that is a very powerful, very responsive piece of software. And yeah, plus there's another component to it. So anyway, that's my, between the modules, the lessons within the modules, the bonus lessons, the 2 live calls a week. I pretty well don't know which way's up anymore. Um, and obviously that won't last forever, but it is kind of where I am right in the moment. Um, I'm just curious, does anyone in this chat actually know Adobe Illustrator? And maybe I would also want to know how you learned it. Was it a requirement in a day job, or are you self-taught, or what's the deal? Because honestly, it is something. Do you know graphic design at all, Cara?
I do. Yeah, my sister's a graphic designer. She's an expert in that um, software. I'm not quite. I work with Canva, which is more user friendly.
Yes.
But it is fun. It's so fun to learn it, but it's very intensive, like you said. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I have sometimes when stand back and stop to think about it, you have to marvel at the brains that thought of some of these things and the potential to change our lives, in such a dramatic way. These are all plain here. Okay, so what else is on my list? Now you mentioned no head worries here at all. Oh, and Susie is okay. let me back up here. So Trudy is saying, oh, that's wonderful. No worries. I completely understand. I'm doing 3 courses right now. One is to become, oh, a certified art therapist. Lovely.
Wow.
Gigi's saying, that's awesome, Trudy. Susie is saying, or is asking me if I'm enjoying it or not. I guess I would have to say that because I am relying on the good Lord more now, asking for help at every turn, I'm finding that I have the patience and wherewithal to stick through the frustrating parts. In the past, sometimes when technology throws us for a loop, the inclination, I've even said this, I feel like throwing myself and my laptop through the nearest window. Um, I I'm not allowing that kind of indulgence or talk anymore. So it's just a case of persevering. Like there are a lot of experts to help, and they pretty well do it around the clock. So, you know, getting a succinct question, asking for help, receiving it, trying to see if it works. It's a process. But I have to say that when I do something, um, I'm like, you'd think I just learned to read or ride a bicycle or something. I'm so darn tickled with myself that it's not even funny. It's like when little kids are learning something for the first time. Potty training and and tying your shoe and whatever. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, and Trudy is saying she prefers Canva drop and drag.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I
much
I
easier.
have to say that I just have the free version of Canva. So there are limitations that drive me a little bit batty, but it certainly is an easy way to add that look to whatever one is doing, without, you know, I would say it's pretty user friendly, which is of course huge in our busy lives, and I think probably the older we are as well. We didn't grow up with technology, so Gigi is reminding people to give a thumbs up. Yes, please do. Oh, which reminds me, Kara, I didn't ask you before we began, how long are you available? We're almost at the hour and a half mark. So, uh,
Y-
are you uh, are you just about ready to show your folding, or you're still? I mean, keep going.
Yeah,
Don't.
I mean, yes, I'm almost done, and I could play a craft with you for another whatever for a half hour maybe or 20 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Vicky is saying she loves Canva too. Susie says technology sends her to overwhelm. And Trudy, oh my goodness, love lifetime learners. You've got this, Hazel. Well, thank you for that vote of confidence.
Yes.
Um, okay, I was curious about something. Now you explain this to me. I know you're not the only person who does it. I don't know who started it, or I guess I kind of, well, I shouldn't put words in your mouth. What, and I entered and I won your postcard thing. But what is the rationale for asking for entries?
The rationale. I think it's more for me it's again engagement. It's an exchange and getting to know people. The goal for that postcard challenge was to get to know. I love to travel and I would like to know where else I can go. So this was also a wonderful way to get to know my subscribers and where you're from. Um, that was really the goal. Yeah.
Well, and that's a good, I mean, that's totally legit. Sometimes, um, if people don't in their comments say where they're from, then it's sometimes I ask, sometimes I don't. It's almost impossible to know where our viewers are from. So there's I can
Right.
definitely see that being a plus. Is it also from a more business-like perspective? Is it also another way to make sure that prizes are going to people who are actual viewers and supporters as opposed to anybody who sees the word giveaway in the title and flocks there only to enter a contest never to be seen again?
Yes, yeah, I've seen that happen in other channels, not mine personally. Thankfully, I've had people join where they are like followers. They've been following and been friends also with me for years.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
really nice to be able to pass on my overflow of supplies that I know in many years I will not be able to use. So, and since I can't see them, this is my way of sharing. And
Yes.
yeah, it's my love language too. I love gifts and giving gifts, actually.
Um, okay, so that explains that. Now, obviously, there would be, again, because you're requesting something. So a person had to, number one, listen to the rules, comply with the rules, meet a deadline, package something up, buy a stamp, take it to the post office. There are multiple steps. So that probably eliminates a lot of people right then and there from the draw, right?
Right. Yeah, because it takes
And
time. Yeah.
yes, exactly. And if you've been doing this for a number of years, has the cost of postage and shipping sort of impacted the number of responses that you would get to something like that?
I think so. And I think another piece is since we have so many other creators now that are more viral, it's also visibility. I don't think my channel is seen as much as other channels are. So that can affect it too. Postage, and it depends on what the challenge is. So
Yeah.
that plays a factor.
So, are you the kind of person that pays attention to algorithms and search word optimization and all of that
I
geeky language?
should. I probably should, but I'm not concerned about it because, like I said, when I first started my channel, it was really mainly to share my joy for paper crafting and also engaging with a group of people that accepted me for this. And so, no, I'm not really concerned about the keywords and whatnot, but it would be good. It would be helpful to meet more people and reach other audiences that maybe will be far away.
Yeah. So are you like a goal setter and do you take time at the end of the year or beginning of the month or
Mhm.
whatever to set out some goals, put them on paper and come up with a plan to achieve them? Or is it more seat of the pants?
I would say I'm both because I think you had a guest. Try to remember her name. She had said that she's a good starter. So I'm a lister.
Oh,
I like to list my goals in a task, and that's how I get it done. But procrastination definitely has its gifts. As you know, like I make discoveries along the way and I'll put
yeah.
something off and then it comes back to me. And I think that's the beauty in it because then it just kind of reveals itself to you in terms of the creative process. But in terms of goal setting, I'm thankful to my crafty friends that have done collaborations because that has helped me kind of keep up with it. So
Hmm.
that I'm really grateful for.
Yeah. I did make a note of that in my notes. You said that, yeah, you're motivated to craft because of collaborators. And probably I would add too that it's probably the built-in deadline that comes with that.
Exactly. Like, get it done.
Yeah. Okay, Trudy is saying, no, I'm not sure what she's agreeing to, but anyway, Cara, me too, and that she loves your soothing voice. So that's
Oh,
cool.
thank you, Trudy.
Brian is saying if you love swapping postcards with the world, I recommend Post crossing. I have seen
Okay.
various YouTube creators show their swaps from post crossing. Why can I not say that? And it looks neat.
Awesome. I'll check that out. Thank you.
Trudy is asking if this is a new heart-to-heart format and time. No, it's an addition. It's a new thing. It's a heart-to-heart live craft and chat for those people who have scheduling issues and Wednesday evenings would never work for them,
Hmm.
forever, and who are perhaps camera shy. And our girl checks both boxes.
Yes.
So we're now I did sort of a version like this with Sandy, but not to the same extent. So, for those of you who have said um that this isn't, you're not comfortable or you don't intend to ever show your face, this is definitely an option to consider. I know some people are on my maybe list because of that very reason. So, just I guess reach out. But I find that the more popular these things are becoming and the more there's a dedicated following to the heart to hearts, that more people are suggesting interviews, which is great because it takes the pressure off me to find, people. And it also, people who watch regularly kind of know what sort of person would do well in this format. So I definitely appreciate that. It's like having booking agents all over. Um, we mustn't forget to do the draw.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah.
Um, Another thing that I noticed, and again, I hope you don't think that any of these are really hard questions, but when I see that somebody has experience doing a certain thing, and I feel that we have rapport, I feel like I can ask the question and you will tell me the truth. You mentioned, or you had some, you either openings, or maybe you mentioned it in a video, subscription boxes. I've often been kind of tempted by those. Um, but tell me truthfully, please, is it worth it? What's the upside? What's the downside to subscribing to boxes?
The upside, at least for me, is I love mystery boxes. And when these ladies curate the kits, they are thematic, so it's nice. So if you have a certain theme in mind, you like vintage, floral, gothic, they make the offerings, and it's an all-in-one box with everything you need. I like it because I don't have, there are some books that I will not cut apart. So
Ah,
some of the
yes.
kits will have these book pages in there, so I don't mind playing with that and making it part of the collage or a page layout. In terms of the downside is I don't get to use all of them, all the supplies,
Yeah.
like completely because there's multiple sheets of one kind, and it can be costly after a while, it adds up. So that's the
So,
downside.
yeah. So when you say there are themes, does that mean that you have a choice? Or
Yes, yes.
if it's April, whoa. If it's April and it's Gothic, then everybody's getting the same Gothic kit.
Yes. Oh, this one is a box. I'm referring to Our Atelier is the brand, and Your Creative Studio is another one that I really like. They will do their releases for the seasonal boxes that you can buy. I am able to pick from the boxes that they curate and then pick a theme. So they give you that freedom. They do have the real subscription for example, every 4 months they'll send you a box. I don't do that. I kind of like having freedom in choosing what kind of theme I
Hmm.
would like. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hi, Terry. Okay, so you're saying that different companies run theirs differently in the sense that there are different options you can pick. Either,
Yes.
okay, yeah. And honestly, the downside, well, I think the money is okay, Trudy, thanks for stopping by.
Hi,
Um,
Trudy.
I think that well, I'm sure that the cost, because this is, again, hate to be a whiner, but if things are priced in US dollars plus the shipping, I can't imagine that it would make financial sense when
Right.
I probably have enough stuff to make up my own kit.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Um, so it might be a really good choice for people who are just starting out. And
Correct.
maybe if such a person exists, maybe people who hate thrifting. And if there's somebody who hates thrifting, I want their names.
We'll be their personal buyers, Hazel.
Yeah,
I'll be willing.
yeah. Um, so if a person was just starting out, because remember, we all started out, and most of us didn't have anything or didn't have very much, or we thought we didn't have enough. So that would be a good way to get a cross section of supplies without having to buy, as you say, the whole book, the whole box of whatever, of file folders or whatever, just getting kind of enough to do one or two projects.
Right.
Well, and I guess the downside you mentioned was not being able to use up the whole kit, but honestly, that applies to everything we start out with,
Yeah.
you know. So it's I could live with that, I think. Because it would probably still be less than if I sourced all the stuff myself.
Right.
So, and does a person have to commit to a certain amount of, okay, I've never seen this warning. Your YouTube is currently experiencing some issues with their APIs, whatever that might mean, that might prevent some users from going live on the destination. Our team is monitoring the platform for further updates. Have you ever seen such a thing?
No. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm looking at my laptop real quick. I still see us streaming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Celia's saying I've been able to find great my thrift. Not sure about that. Okay, Patty says, hi Hazel, all in chat. Interesting. I didn't know about boxes in paper. Just beads came in at a good time. I love thrifting, but I have mobility issues. I'd love personal shoppers.
We got
Well,
you.
Patty, you better tell us where you live because maybe there's a personal shopper within this chat. Who knows? Um, so, okay, yes, I can see mobility issues. And the other thing is, if a person did use the services of a personal shopper, it would also prevent overbuying because the shopper would be operating off a list, right? Not everything that looks like interesting and a good deal would end up coming home with with you.
Hopefully.
Uh, yeah, that is something else. Um, Oh, anyway, I think I started asking the question, probably didn't finish. So a person doesn't have to sign up for a month, I mean, for a year or any time frame. You can be
Ye-
a one-off kind of person.
Exactly, yes. And that's the kind of boxes I would go for.
Oh, okay.
non-committal
Yeah.
type boxes. Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think of the olden days. Now, of course, you're too young to know this, but when there used to be record clubs and book clubs, and you could pick six albums for, 21 cent or whatever, and then you were committed to buying records kind of for the rest of your life. Uh,
Wow.
and and it was snail mail, and if you weren't quick enough to cancel something, you got the monthly selection and were invoiced for it, whether you wanted it or not. So,
I
okay.
like that. Yeah.
Uh, my sister and friend aren't. Okay, this is Patty saying that her sister and friend aren't into thrifting. Celia says, I've been able to
Uh,
find great frames to adhere my collages. Uh, I think she's saying Northeast Ohio and that she should have moved to Canada. Sandy is saying, DM me, Patty. I can happy mail you stuff. And Cynthia is saying she loves your zine, One Page Wonder.
oh, thank
And
you.
and Brian is saying, good old Columbia House. Yes, I remember it well. Um, So, do you want to show us your folds, or are you still
Sure.
decorating? Because you're doing both sides, right? Oh
Yeah.
no, you're gluing.
I'm
Yeah,
gluing, but I'm done. But I'm basically done. I just
okay.
lost.
Let me
See,
put you
where did
on.
it go? All right. So here it is, Hazel, everyone. This is the flip side. So when I fold, I push toward the center like this.
And I noticed as you were gluing that you were kind of careful not to overlap your folds.
Yeah, but look what happened.
Oh. No, but I mean when you were gluing stuff down, you didn't extend your materials over
Oh,
the
yes,
folds
yes.
because then it adds unnecessary bulk. And okay, so what did happen there? Why is that sticking
There
out?
was a little bit here, it seems. So what I did to kind of save it, and we are junk, I love junk journaling, so this to me is beautiful. Maybe to others, not a clean cut, but that is awesome. If you'll see the cover here, it is our first heart-to-heart craft and chat video. So here we are. Here you are with your listening hat or ear, and that's probably me. And a little heart from a jelly plate paper. So we'll flip it over, and you have your pages. And it's spring, so I just wanted to go with the spring weather, little stamping, a little map, kind of signifying how we're meeting somehow in some point, even though we're far away.
Yeah.
And then this one was supposed to say practice makes perfect, and I've just lost the little cutout. But
Oh,
I love her attitude there.
but
And let life.
those little specks or strips must still be on your desk somewhere, right?
They are somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, so
And it
you can
says,
fix that.
yeah, let life surprise you. And creation of beauty is art.
Now you are definitely a journaler, right?
Yes, yes.
So I think that's really cute that you made something with a theme for this occasion. And so you will go back and add some writing spots
I
or
will,
will
yeah.
you
So
just
I will add like little, like these sheets. I
yeah.
have some cut aparts and stickers that have
Hmm.
this part here that I can
Yeah.
add to.
Yeah. That's cool. And honestly, but I did ask you about that and you said you like the mechanics of paper folding and
Here it
surprising
is.
things like pop-ups and that. So I guess I've never looked at it in that way that um building in those things that you do is kind of, I don't know, is that drawing on the right side of our brains, or what is that?
I don't know. I think it's just a personal preference. I like to give my audience, I guess I'm a visual artist too. I like to give the audience an experience when they get my journals. So as they flip through the pages, I would like them to find secret compartments and find little surprises along
Yes.
the way. Yeah.
So when you do flip through videos, you don't show every little nook and cranny.
Yeah, there will be some secret places that is left for them to find, but for the most part, I'll show most of it on
Yeah.
camera.
And when you did the flip through off your paperback journal, I think you called it a post hitch or something. Was that the thing you put on the spine
Oh yes,
to
yeah, where we have
secure the
the
dangle?
dangle, it's a
And
post
I'm
hitch.
thinking, this
Yeah.
this girl is part engineer here. What the heck? Okay. I don't know if Susie still needs an answer, but she says, which square do you put your front on? Oh, okay. Unfold it, please, and tell us how you would have known which would be your front.
Oh,
Or do
I
you?
see what you're saying. So,
Oh,
Susie, to address it, when we have the fold open, this would be your front page. And then imagine this upside down. So usually when I make my zines, I number it. And you can see this one's upside down, but once we fold it, it's going to be right side up. So cover page, back page, and then these will be the interior. So I hopefully that answered your question. And then when we fold it, it becomes that way.
so a person, if they're doing this for the first time, it would probably be good to do a prototype and fold it and number the panels and use that as a guideline for the decorating, unless you don't mind if some elements are upside down.
Yes. Yeah. A template would be good.
Okay. Um, okay, so let's see what Patty says. Patty says, Sandy, I'm not sure how to DM, but I would swap or send you happy mail too, or anyone. This community is so nice. Oh, and she said she'll sub to Cara Mia. Yes, you definitely should.
Oh,
And
thank
if
you.
there's anyone else who is not subscribed to either of our channels, please do that. Celia says, love your zine. Beautiful is definitely a great way to see our little imperfections. Um, yeah. And honestly, anything, well, you're calling it a zine, but it also, in a sense, is like a mini accordion or concertina as well, which is another format I absolutely love.
Yes, I love that too. And then
Mind you,
Hazel,
yeah.
real quick, the zines, the purpose of this particular creative zine is that once you have your finished layout, you photocopy it and then you send it off to your friends to share. Because it's
Oh,
like zines are basically like a small little self-published mini publications. The zine comes from the word magazine. And
yes.
so I thought it would be so much fun to share. So I may likely do that, maybe make a little digital for you guys to have for free, and then you can fold it and kind of play around with it and add what you like.
And it's like we'll have a little piece of Cara.
Yay! If you
That
like.
is an on it. So because it's on an 8.5 by 11, no one will have a problem printing it either.
Exactly. Yes.
And the folding will be even easier because it's just a flat piece of paper. Vicky is saying, Cara, your zine and story is wonderful. And Libby is saying that would be lovely. So that is a very good idea. And obviously we will all appreciate that. So how will you, so you'll look back through the chat to see who to send this to, or how will you make it available for people who want it?
Well, what I'll do is I'll probably create a PDF and then make it, attach it in the description box, maybe on my next Tea Tuesday a video. So look out for that. and then you can
Yeah.
just click on it, click on the link,
Yeah.
print it, share it with friends if you would like.
Yeah.
Um, and we'll go
Now,
from there.
the other thing I may not have spelled out to you is that I'm using the free version of StreamYard, which means this is streaming to my channel. But after the processing, you'll be able to share it on this video on or this live replay on your channel. So you could also do it in that description box, presumably.
Oh yes, that's a great idea. I'll do that, Hazel.
And
Yep.
then at least it's the people, it'll be connected as opposed to um, people might not be able to connect the dots otherwise. Um, that is a great idea. So okay, I have my usual questions, and then we better get to the draw. Um,
Yes.
I know that I'll ask the question just because I do ask the question. Um, but I know the answer. Your favorite color is blue, not purple. But we're not going to
Blue.
hold that against you. We love blue lovers too.
W- Wait a minute, Hazel. A
What?
little purple for you. Just for you.
Okay, good. Um, Now how would you answer the question about are you an introvert?
I am an introvert, yes. I think I was that kid that hid under the table and I was an observer,
Oh,
a fly on the wall, if you will, that loved to just look out. Um, yes, I love interacting with people. I can be an extrovert as needed, but I need time to get away. And I love
yes.
doing things by myself and I enjoy my alone time.
Yeah. So when you are putting in a full day's work, are you the kind of person that gets home and just sort of sigh of relief and then needs time to sort of recharge and like is do you craft every day? Is that a
I
release for you?
I wish I could craft every day. Yes, journaling and crafting, especially collaging for me, is my quiet moment before bed because it's very meditative and
Yes.
almost like I don't have to use words. I just put feelings on paper, which I love.
Yes.
There's no pressure and it's very liberating. So when I get home, the work continues because I have to get dinner on the table. I got to
Yes.
walk the dog and downtime is really bedtime.
Oh, yeah. And do you have a regular routine for your channel? Like, do you have a schedule where you know that come hell or high water, there will be videos on such and such days?
Yes, I do. I have a schedule where I film my videos on Tuesdays, which is the day I'm off, and then some Sundays I do.
And then you post when? When do people see them?
Oh, it's all over the place. It's like whenever I feel like it, unless
Okay.
unless it's something that's specific, like Flip Through Friday, which is Gwen's
Yes.
collaboration. It's usually Fridays, and I think other Thursday stuff. I think there's a Thursday, Thrifty
Yeah.
Thursday. So my thrift hauls are
Yes.
usually on Thursdays.
Yes. And when do you find time to go thrifting?
No, not every day. Whenever possible, when I pass by. Kidding. I need to stay away. Ah,
Um, oh, and when you talked about purging earlier, I meant to
mhm.
ask, does that apply just to craft room stuff, or do you do that with clothing and household stuff as well?
Yes, it's the whole house. So my daughter Emmy and I are joining a community garage sale that is hosted by the city we live in, where we get to kind of do a flea market style. And so part
Oh,
of the purge, we did it last year, and it was amazing because she manned the table. I had to go to work, and she was able to sell some of the items that we put out that we don't no longer need, actually gave a lot away after. And then the organizers will take whatever you weren't able to sell to donate. So I really like that.
oh, that sounds like win-win
It
because
is, yeah.
sometimes the setting up and the tearing down are so labor intensive and exhausting that if someone helps at least with the, I don't have to pack this up and haul it to a donation
Ex
outlet, is great.
Yes, it's very helpful.
Do you, since you're a journaler, do you pick a word of the year?
Not every year, but I will say last year was the word act, and it's more taking action, being accountable for things. This year, I will say, is all about experience, and you're going to experience my dog barking in just a sec. Hold on. I can hear him growling. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it's about experience. Like being here with you is an experience. Being able to engage, and when it comes to gifts, our family decided that we would do away with physical gifts, but rather create moments where Finn we experience each other. My apologies. Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, dogs are real life. Um, you don't have it down to a science though, where you just give him a look and he knows what to do or not do.
I get a snap, but I can't do that. I'll be too loud.
Experience is a very it's an excellent word choice. Now again, based on that quick little flash you gave me of your photo before we went live, um, you looks like you've been blessed with good genes, and you certainly look very young. Um, so, but I'll ask you anyway, what is, because of course, as long as we're alive, we keep aging. So what is the best part of getting older for you?
The best part about getting older, that's a good question. Life experience, oh my gosh, it's a gift. It's gained wisdom, and we are all works in progress, I believe. So I'm continually learning. It's never ending. So I feel that is the journey in life and the gift from God. So I think that's the beauty of aging. I've earned these lines, I've earned these aches, and these freckles on my hands. These are hard earned, passage, well, rites of passage, if you will. But
Yeah,
I love it. I love to claim and defy age by claiming it and celebrating it instead. So that's
I'm
my thing
writing
on
that down.
age.
Um, so, and just to set the record straight, people, she does not have any wrinkles. So, slight
I do, I
exaggeration there.
do, I do.
Now I had the mentor question on here, but you, I think, already answered that in that you said that you were influenced by Rachel at Roxy Creations and Barbara at 49 Dragonflies.
There was one more creator that I really enjoyed. She's from Canada. Her name's Took. Took's Craft Table is an
Oh yeah,
amazing journal artist. I love her work. My mother is a big component and a big influence in my life. So she is my major number one mentor, uh,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
It can't be very easy living that far apart though.
Yeah, it's
Or do you,
not.
yeah. How old is your mom?
She'll be 81, I think, this year. I'm trying to
Oh,
remember. 81, yes. She'll turn 81.
I can
Um,
see now why you're going to her rather than vice versa.
yes, yeah.
It's not that easy as a person gets older. I'm just having a quick look down my list here to see. Oh, I just wanted to say, and I mentioned this during Bianca's interview the other day, that I'm so glad that you're resurrecting the What's in a Name
Yes,
collab.
yes.
And hopefully, people will jump on board and take advantage of this, especially people who are newer and maybe think that they want to be able to, um, you know, get their story out there, because really, people share a bit in dribs and drabs and whatever, but who really ever has the platform for saying what they want to about their beliefs, their interests, their passions, and whatever? I mean, you can if you're on. an interview subject, but on a typical channel, you really can't do that so much. So it's great. Um, and of course, you also want people to tag people if they do a video, right?
Yes, because we are going to be creating a playlist. Again, this is because it's about community. Your stories matter to us. And so that's always been my curiosity.
Yeah,
In this digital age, it's, you make these virtual friendships, but we really don't know much about each other. So for me, that's that curiosity that I want to learn more about you, less about me. That like I don't like bringing too much attention to myself. The introvert comes out, but I
yeah.
would love to hear people's stories and why they started their channels and why are they crafting. Yeah.
Carol, yeah, we're just about winding down here. Thanks so much for being here, Carol from My Quiet Corner. Okay, I think we had better. Now, somebody in the chat is going to have to help us with this. So, who feels the most I'll tell you what the plan is here. I have all the, oh, I better share this or put myself on the screen maybe. I have this box with all the people who did videos for the Masterboard Madness. So I'm going to pick one, and then I want somebody. Do I have a volunteer? Somebody who will be able to go to that person's channel, count the number of comments under their Masterboard video, and then we will get Cara to pick a number, and whichever number she picks that corresponds with, however many, whatever. If there are 12 comments and she picks 12, then it would be the last comment visible on the thing. If it, you kind of get what I'm saying. And that, oh, Angela's here. So she said she can do it. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to just give this a little shake, Bruno. Okay, it's Darcy's Mixed Media Adventures. So, Angela, if you would go to Darcy's channel, find her masterboard and count that, then we'll put Cara on the spot for a number, and then we will be able to pick a prize. Now, if the I guess I should say if the winner is a Canadian, then obviously the prize can be bigger and heavier and so on. If it is an American, then I'm limited to sending paper only in an envelope under 100 grams. If it gets bigger than that, heavier than that, it becomes a parcel, and then the whole um, tariff thing comes into play, and none of us are doing that. So we're just waiting for Angela to get us the number. So, Kara, what do you have on tap for the rest of today? Laundry?
Chores, yeah, laundry. Hopefully some crafting. I don't know.
Do you
Destashing.
ha do you have any big plans for your channel that you want to announce, or?
Well, not really, but I am joining. She is here, I think, in the chat, right, Libby?
Yes.
In May, we have she's hosting a collaboration called hashtag May I Celebrate. So I'll be joining her. Angela from the Traveling Crafter is doing Give a Scrap, so I'll be joining in the fun end of the month.
Yeah.
I think it's I forget the date, April 24th, along with another creator, Virginia, author
Yeah.
speaker. So there's so many fun things, and BB and I are
Yeah.
still working on a collaboration called All About Mary. So we hope you guys can join in the fun. And Make Your Own is a collaboration that I host continually on my channel where you get to do a shout out to a creator that probably inspired you, do the project, and then tag that person.
Okay. Yeah, I'm part of May I Celebrate also, which I
Yay!
agreed to this.
Yay!
And look how nice and organized she is.
I
Um,
know. I love the video.
um, and then I realized that May is absolutely the worst possible month for me to get something done, but that's okay. I gave my word, so I will. Um, oh, I should also be saying, Angela, tell us how many comments total, please. And I'm taking part in Angela's Give a Scrap as well. And because I've got umpteen things on the go, including that course, I did my video at the end of March. So I can't remember what my day is, maybe the 19th or something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I have to be uber organized.
You can do it, Hazel.
Yeah, we need to start a support group to get
We
Hazel
should.
through
We
her
should.
course and all the travels. Oh, what a cute little box that is. I must say that when you do your hauls, okay, you're taking mine out. So, okay, Cara, we need a
Yes.
number between 1 and 32.
I don't know if you can read that.
7.
7.
Okay. So, Angela, please count down from the top, I guess, to tell us who was commenter number 7. Uh, I don't know. Is helping out with this too? She's saying Sandy K. and and Ange is saying, hold, please. I think she put us on hold.
Oh,
Uh, so yeah, you have a lot in the works, my dear, for a woman who has a full-time job, I must say.
part-time,
So,
part-time job. Yeah, because I have Tuesdays off.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, big deal. You when you do and that was another thing I wanted to ask you. You mentioned a whole bunch of stores that mean nothing to me as in Canada, like Daiso. Um,
Oh, Daiso's in California.
okay.
Yes.
But
Let's see. In Canada, there's Miniso, so they
is
have
that a
that.
Japanese store?
No, it's Chinese, but they have a
Chinese.
Japanese aesthetic. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see some of those stores in the malls, but and I've been through them. It's a very kind of a clean aesthetic.
It is, yes.
Yeah. Oh, number 7 was me, so she went the one below, unless you want to read her. Well, no, just go. Okay, Carol, pick a new
Pick
number.
another number. Okay.
Yeah,
132, right? Between 132. 18.
18.
That's
Gigi thinks this is funny. She thinks that if they would have engaged the services of Price Waterhouse, this draw would have been done on the up and up instead of like the El Cheapo YouTube Friends
yeah.
version.
This is more fun. It's old school. I like
Oh
it.
dear.
Let's see.
Yeah, well, I could give myself a prize, but
No.
and another thing, it's like when everything comes together, honestly. I also um, booked a table space at an antique show that's coming up at the end of
Oh,
May. No,
wow.
not the
Okay.
end of May, the beginning of May.
Okay.
So I have to figure out, and of course they are saying that things have to be at least 50 years old. Oh my goodness. Number 18 was Cara.
Oh my God. Okay. Last one. Oh my God. What's a magic
Okay, but
number?
but you can be a winner.
No, no, no. I want to, what do you call it? Pay it forward and give it to somebody else. So let's pick another winner. I'll just add 1 and 8, number 9.
Number 9. Okay.
Come on.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, so an antique, like a table at an antique show. So I want to, I want it to be a little bit like Goldilocks, not too much stuff, not too little stuff, just the right amount of stuff.
Perfect.
And obviously have to do some research, have to do some packaging, have to do some pricing. Because it'll be seeding time here at the farm. I will
Wow.
be schlepping my own stuff there to the hotel, and that will be I'm planning to use suitcases with wheels so that no matter where I'm parked or wherever my table is, I don't have to carry them. I could just pull my suitcases.
That's
Michelle
smart.
Smith. I
Whoop.
don't know who Michelle Smith.
Oh,
I don't know who
congratulations.
that is. Okay, how are we going to does anyone know Michelle Smith? I
You'll have
maybe
to
I could reach
message
out to
her.
Darcy and find out if she knows the person. And Vicky is saying the two of us have lucky stars, so I don't know. Are you gonna once we end this, are you rushing out to buy a lottery ticket or what?
You know it.
Win a trip to
I need to fund
France?
exactly. I need to fund a trip for us, Hazel. We're going to Nice, France
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. I like the idea that you have a piggy bank and that it has a
Yes.
name.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. And of course, anyone who joins us through replay. Oh, uh, Angela, she's asking if we want a backup just in case. I
Okay, you
would say that if we can't reach Michelle Smith, that the winner should be Cara. Does everyone agree with that?
no. No. I disagree.
Well, then pick one final number.
Okay, one final number. Let's go with
And why am I not writing
geez.
any of this down?
We have so much paper too. Okay, Angela, I'm gonna pick number, oh God, 14.
Michelle Smith. And the channel number was 3436. Fun show. Uh, oh, and Libby, while we're still waiting for this all to resolve itself, this collab, you are inviting people, but you are also throwing it open to anybody who's interested, right? So it looks like there are okay, May is a well, let me just read. It's your birthday month and you want to celebrate growth, rest, community, and creativity that feels joyful and meaningful. Um, so there is a theme. They're guides, not rules. Create whatever you like in whatever way feels true to you. Make the video as long or as short as you want. Post it any day, easy peasy. Well, honestly, I do appreciate that flexibility. This collaboration is open, so if you know someone who might enjoy this, pass it on or let me know and I'll pass it on. Let your subscribers know that they're more than welcome to participate in the celebration and just use the hashtag May I Celebrate and tag Libby at Happy Place Crafting. That sounds, oh, Brenda Clark. Well, okay, so we have Brenda lives, about an hour and a half away from me, so clearly I can get myself to her. Congrats to the winner and
Congratulations.
almost winners. Thanks, Celia. Okay, very good. Cara, this was so much fun. I'm glad that we
It
finally had a
was.
chance to do it. And I
Yes.
can't believe that you were able to multitask in such an awesome way to actually create something usable and still have coherent answers.
Hazel, real quick, thank you so much again, and to everyone that joined in the conversation. I know I didn't get to look at the chat, but I really appreciate you for coming by. Real quick, I don't know if you guys know, fun fact, Heart to Heart is coming close to its 1 year anniversary. Is it right, Hazel?
Yes.
So,
And tell us how
yay!
you know that.
How I know it because it happens to fall on my mother's birthday. I think that's when she posted it, April 10th, and Angela's birthday happens to be, I think, the same date. So there
Oh,
you
well,
go.
no, Angela's the 11th.
Oh, 11th, my bad. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
But yeah, and Carol, Crinkled Path was the very first guest.
Yay!
Yeah, it flew by, to be honest. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. And don't forget that tomorrow is a regular time, regular place. And it's Tracy from Tracing Dreams. So I still have to do my research on her. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye-bye. Thanks, Kara.
You're welcome.